video, I'm guessing it's because you've seen the viral volume hack on TikTok. The original video is by Lib Sharad and it involves spraying mousse directly on a denman brush and directly on your hair. The idea is quick and easy volumized curls. The original video went super viral and I've seen so many recreations. So I decided that today I would give you my top 10 tips for making this hack work for you and how to get the most volumized yet defined and shiny curls using mousse and using a denman brush. It's Lana summertime. Hi everyone, I'm Lana. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So yes, today we are going to volumize our hair using mousse, using a denman brush, just like in the viral TikTok. Not exactly like on TikTok, because on TikTok a lot of the time we miss the context, we miss the information that we really need in order to make something work. If that's you, don't worry, these tips are gonna help. We are gonna get you your biggest, most defined, shiniest curls of your life today. I've done the routine today and let me tell you, my curls are not usually this big. This is big for me. This is an easy to follow 10-step routine that's going to help you get your biggest, most volumized, yet defined and shiny curls of your life. So if you're ready, I'm ready, so let's get into it.
Volume starts in the shower. So old products, hair oils and scalp buildup is all going to contribute to weighing your hair down. So it's really important to give yourself a good thorough cleanse. I've been loving my sulfate shampoos, so just make sure that you use a clarifying shampoo, a cleansing shampoo, something like that to really lift up that buildup and get rid of any pollution, any lingering product residue off of your scalp. So I'm using this one by Herbal Essences. This has a nice orange scent. I actually double cleansed with this because I did have hair oil and an Olaplex mask on my hair and all of that crazy stuff. So I double cleansed to make sure that that's fully removed. And this is just the first step to resetting your curls and lining yourself up for some great volume. The next step is to condition well. Make sure that you choose a nourishing, high quality conditioner for this step. The key is moisture, because think about it, we often feel like if you want a lot of volume, you have to sacrifice shine and definition, and that's not the case. You can have it all. You can have volume and definition. The key is moisture, because moisturized hair can hold volume and definition and still look shiny. So make sure that you make the most of this step. So I'm applying the conditioner all over the lengths and ends of my hair. I'm avoiding my scalp. You definitely don't want this on your scalp because that's going to weigh your hair down. Keep it on the ends and the lengths of your hair. Then I'm doing the squish to condition method. So if you don't know about this, you're kind of squishing it and your hair kind of feels a little bit swampy like seaweed, and you just squish it in like that. And then I'm leaving this for about 5 minutes. I was kind of in a rush this day. Usually I would do a deep condition and you can leave that for sort of half an hour, something like that. Do whatever you have time for, just make sure you don't miss your conditioning step. Step 3 is still about moisture. Yep, so we're talking curl creams, leave-in conditioners, even primers. Use whatever you like, just make sure you keep it light because heavy products are going to be the downfall of your volume.
So you're going to want to take a light curl cream, kind of a leave-in conditioner, maybe even just a primer. So this is a primer from Aveda. This is a really lightweight curl cream, so I think I'm gonna go with this.
You'll definitely get to know what your hair can handle personally. Like if you've got coarser hair, then your hair can probably handle heavier products. Whereas if you've got finer, thinner hair, then you'll have to stick to something very light, like a leave-in spray or a primer. Just don't skip this step because this is what's gonna keep your hair hydrated until the next wash day. This is what's gonna keep your hair healthy because mousses don't tend to be very nourishing or hydrating, so this step is essential. Step 4 is where things can really go wrong. Mousses are not created equal, so it's really important that you choose the right one. Some mousses are for volume, but some of them are for definition. Some of them are going to leave your hair really sticky and compressed, and I even have this one by Verb that I use for my slick backs. So I literally use this to flatten my roots, not to volumize them.
This one is the Bouclen Super Volumizing Foam. It's kind of a mousse, kind of a foam, but the main thing is that it's designed to be volumizing.
So if you're wondering if it's time for us to do the hack yet,
still no.
Step 5, so in all of the viral videos, there's no sectioning. The whole point is that it's a quick and easy hack. You just run the brush through your hair, but I promise you, hand on heart, you're gonna have a better result if you split your hair into sections. Step 6, make sure you pick the right brush for you. In all of the viral videos, I think they're using a Denman brush, and I have a couple of those, but I don't always like using it. I feel like it has a kind of tacky surface that can be a little bit harsh on my hair. Maybe you prefer a tangle teaser or a bounce curl brush, which actually offers extra separation in your curls and can help prevent too much clumping and too much tangles further down the line. So choose whatever's gonna work for you. Try to avoid the paddle brushes that have a little bobble on the end of the pegs, because those are gonna get tangled in your hair, and a comb is going to be difficult to get that volume. So yeah, choose a brush, just make sure it's the one that's going to work for you. Step 7, so we are onto the right technique. So I watched a lot of those videos and they were kind of going straight in with the mousse on the brush very close to the root, which I don't like to do. I look so nervous when I'm doing it. I don't like applying product that close to the roots. They also had the brush facing down, and yeah, they kind of just ran down the hair in one fluid motion. And I guess if it works, it works. But for me personally, I struggle with that technique. It doesn't really work for me. I don't get even definition and even volume everywhere. And I feel like there's just some tweaks that we can make to make this work for you. At least I know that it works for me. So I take the denman brush and I put it underneath the section of hair that I'm working on. I don't go too close to the root, but I guess we'll go closer to the root today for some extra volume. And I kind of turn that brush out. It puts pressure on one side of the curl and encourages it to form into a nice little ringlet. For the next ones, I am going to put the mousse directly on the brush, and we're going to follow that same technique. So we're going pretty close to the roots because obviously we want volume at the root. And then I am taking that brush all the way down to the ends, but I'm making sure to lift my hair up and out and to angle that brush in a way that creates definition in the lengths and the ends of my hair as well. This technique definitely leaves you with a lot of product up at your roots, and I found that if you kind of just scrunch that into your roots, it's going to help with volume. I tried this with the bounce curl brush as well, just to see the difference, and whilst I do feel like you get more separation in the curls at the bottom, it doesn't really do a good job at applying the mousse up at the top. So I think I would actually stick with recommending the denman. When it comes to the top section of your hair, you're going to want to do this a little bit differently. So I like to start splitting the sections horizontally at this point. I brush it all out and make sure there's no tangles. I actually brush it forward because it's a little bit easier. And then I take either the bounce curl brush or the denman brush and I do the same technique over again. So I lift my hair up and all the way back, making sure that I angle the brush to give me ringlets in the bottom, and I'm creating volume in the top as well. And as always, there's a lot of product from the brush that's left in my roots, and I just scrunch that in to try and give myself as much volume up on top as possible. Give it a shake, give it a scrunch, and that's the technique. You're not done yet. So step 8 is to lock it in with a gel, and Lib did actually say this in her follow-up video. She mentioned that she was using the John Frieda Dream Curls gel, which I had, so I decided to use it in this video today. But I'm sure that you can use your favorite gel as long as it has a fair amount of hold and it doesn't leave any flakes or any cast. Stick it all over your hands and then work it into the ends of your hair. This is going to hold that definition in the ends of your hair without weighing down your roots or disturbing your volume. Step 9, scrunch it out. So take your favorite microfiber towel or jersey fiber towel, any kind of curl towel really that's not going to be too harsh, and just scrunch out the excess moisture from your hair, because the longer that your hair stays wet, the more your hair is going to get weighed down. We don't want any excess moisture clinging on right now, and this step really helps to squish those products in and really give you extra volume, extra curl definition. So make sure that you don't skip this step. Oh, the curls are looking good right now, aren't they? I'm excited to show you how the curls turn out. Just you wait. And the final step is diffusing and your drying technique. I bet you're so glad you're going to be rid of me soon. So grab your diffuser. I'm using the Shark Flex Fusion. I always have it on the lowest settings, lowest heat, lowest speed, so that I don't blow out my curls. I'm taking a hair clip and I'm just gonna pinch the hair on the top of my head. So I'm just pinching my roots to keep those lifted throughout the drying process. This helps to add a little boost of volume. And then I'm drying my hair. I'm doing it gently. I'm not gonna do the scooping method. I'm not gonna do too much of that because I feel as though that can potentially take you away from volume and into frizz territory, which I don't really want today, especially since we only have quite light products and not too much hold. I'm not sure that my hair can handle the scooping. So instead, I'm just drying patches at a time. I'm drying my roots and I'm just trying to be gentle. It does take a little while, but the results are going to be worth it. So don't rush, don't be too manic with the drying process. You can hover diffuse for minimal frizz or flip your hair and lift the roots for maximum height. Diffusing is really where the magic happens for big volume. I wouldn't recommend air drying because, like I said, the longer your hair stays wet, the more it's going to get dragged down. So diffusing really is essential. Unfortunately, the mousse can't really do it by itself. And if you really don't want to damage your hair, what I found is that if I diffuse my hair till it's about halfway dry, then the rest of the drying time is quicker. My hair doesn't feel too dried out. It still feels healthy. I try not to diffuse it from 0 to 100% dry because my hair literally feels crispy when I do that. So I don't recommend it. So yeah, this process, it could take a while when you factor in the air drying afterwards. But anyway, we're done now. When your hair is about 80% dry, go in and start separating the curl clumps. Don't do this when your hair is any wetter than this because you'll end up just creating a bunch of frizz. So yeah, I would say that 80% dry is the sweet spot. And at this point, there's a curl cast, the curls aren't gonna just turn frizzy. And then once you actually start separating them, there's more air in between there, they can dry quicker. And you don't have to use heat the whole way. I actually don't like using heat until 100% dry, and I feel like this method of waiting till 80% and then separating the curls and letting that part air dry, I find that really works for me. I don't know if that's a hack, I don't know if everybody does that, but that's just something that I've found that really works. So if that helps you, then I hope you enjoy it. Thumbs up the video. And yeah, that's my little drying hack, I guess.
So that's it. That's my 10-step volumized curly hair routine. My hair is healthy, it's moisturized, the roots are lifted, I've got definition, and yet my hair is bigger than usual. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever tried this hack before, and of course let me know if these tips helped you. Please like and subscribe for more curly hair tips. Also get me on Instagram and TikTok because I'm there all the time. And because I'm wearing a sage green dress, even though it looks white, it's actually green, please go ahead and drop a green heart in the comment section if you're still watching. I just love when those hearts come through. I love knowing who's been here all the way through to the end. Guys, I really have to run. I'm going out to an event today. So yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.